Today I've decided to do affordable makeup look. So firstly, I usually start my makeup with some kind of like primer or moisturizer or something. But because this is very low budget or like on a budget side, I just put, cream on my face and we will just let it sit. Okay, it looks like it's done. Now, the first thing, which of course I will put on my face because I suffer from some kind of like redness, especially here. Probably you won't be able to see it, or like you are not able to see it. I see it. So I use this She color palette concealer and I'm dipping my hands into the green one because that's the best thing for my face. And of course, I have my mirror here and let's start with it. The thing is, I actually use this in my daily wear. I think this is like already discontinued. We will be talking a lot about like prices in this video because I think it's important. I think, or like maybe it's like unpopular opinion, but I don't really think you need expensive makeup just to do something with your face, because a lot of products which are even more affordable or like on the cheaper side, they do pretty much the same job. And just because something is more expensive, it doesn't really mean it works better or it somehow makes your skills better, right? So, and as I mentioned in my previous Get Ready With Me, I'm still learning. Just doing something which I like. I also started a series where I somehow try to improve my makeup, like my makeup skills, but I only post it in shorts, so if you're interested in it, you can check it out. Now I'm using red one, this one, and I'm trying to put it under my eyes because I have some kind of like dark circles. I think it's a good idea to do it. I think we are done. You can see that it's very used and it's, as I mentioned, discontinued. So yeah. I hope it wasn't bad for your skin. That's all I can say for it. But I mean, if you want to know the price, it was around like €2, like after the discount, because this was the last one actually. The next product which I'm gonna use is again She. Probably people outside of Europe don't really know, but She is very popular makeup brand, very affordable one, and I would say that it's more focused on a like younger audience which tries to get into makeup, and you probably want to spend, I don't know, €30 to try something, right? So I'm using this cover stick. This one wasn't discontinued, at least I think so. And the thing which I'm gonna do, I will just put it again under my eyes and then of course on my eyelids a little bit, and then on my right cheek. My left cheek is okay, and nose, but just a little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing special, you know what the vibe is. Speaking of the coverage of this product, I have nothing to say about it. So I have my concealer on, like the colorful one, as well as the cover stick, and now I will do the Catrice Invisible Foundation. I'm not really the type of person who would do this like foundations. I don't really like heavy makeup in this case, or because I was looking for my blender, sorry, but because I'm doing a video, I decided it's maybe like better to do it, but mostly I use it only for my eyelids to really prepare it for eyeshadows. So in this case, I put it onto my beauty blender and I'll just cover my eyelids for eyeshadows. And speaking of this foundation, I love it so much. I love Catrice. It's very affordable, and the coverage, I would say it's on a weaker side, but I don't really like cakey texture or anything, so it's like perfect for me, I would say. And speaking of today's makeup look, I've decided to do something more like orange, brownish, yellowish something with glitters, because I love glitters. So we have the foundation. I know that I should bake it. So the thing is, I don't really use baking powders like for your face, but if I have to do it, I would use baby powder because it does the same job. It's cheap, so it's the best option for me, at least at this point. I won't be using it, but let's pretend that I use it on my face. Okay, great. So the next thing, we will do eyebrows, and again I'm using She. This is brow gel, I think, and it's again very affordable. You can notice that I have a lot of She products because they are good. They do, or like the brand in most cases does its job. So I think that's the most important thing. And if you're like interested like how much it was like €2.5 probably, and I've been using it for maybe like 2 years, and I love gelling my brows, or like putting gel on my brows, like style my brows. So that's chef kiss. I love it so much. Okay, so that's done. And now I think we can move to probably eyeshadows, because I don't really use bronzers, I don't really use highlighters. So firstly, we will use this Trended Up palette. It has 4 colors. This was also about to be discontinued. This was the last one. And for those who again don't really know, Trended Up is something similar to She, and it's also like very affordable. It's on a very cheap side. I would say this was like $150, like it was very cheap, and it's pretty good. We will use the, I'm not really sure how to call this shade. Let's call it My Shade. So let's use My Shade, and I'll just very simply put it on my eyelids. So it's some kind of like base, let's say. Also, let me know how you're doing, because for example, speaking of me, I'm doing pretty good today, I have to say. So that's why I decided to record a video, because I, felt like it. As well as I would like to thank you guys that you some kind of like support me, because even though I started with YouTube maybe like a month ago, I'm very satisfied with the results which I'm getting. So I just wanted to say thank you. So also, if you are watching this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, please do it right now. I will wait. I will continue doing my eyeshadow, as well as you can write a comment, for example, or you can like this video. And thank you so much. Okay, so I use it on my eyes, like everywhere. I love this shade. And the next, because as I said, I'm gonna do something more like brownish yellowish. So we are doing something differently, because I mostly do red, pink, I even try once green eye shades, or like eyeshadows. And even though I have green eyes, I don't know why, but I feel like it's just not it. So that's why I'm somehow trying to push myself into something more interesting. So let's do orange and brown. Okie dokie. So I will be using my Revolution palette, which went through a lot actually. And I will be using this shade, this right here. Please, you don't need to look at the side. So I'll be using this shade, and I will put it mostly on the upper side of my eye, just to create some kind of like, not really ombre or anything, but more like, the basics. So I'll be putting like this. Also, let me know down in the comments, like, if you prefer shorter videos or longer videos, because for example in my case I prefer longer ones, because as I mentioned in my previous video, I love to clean while I'm, for example, listening to videos, or for example when I'm cooking, or for example when I'm doing something different besides cooking and cleaning. For example, I love crocheting, so for example I'm more type of a person who prefers to watch YouTube videos instead of, for example, I don't really enjoy watching Netflix. So really, I prefer YouTube. I mean, I'm a YouTube kid. Even though when I was like very young, I wasn't really into like YouTube, probably because I didn't really know anybody on YouTube like who I would like to watch at that time. But then somehow, especially because of the quarantine and everything, I somehow got used to YouTube, and since then I've been pretty addicted to YouTube. For example, if I had to choose between TikTok and YouTube, I would choose YouTube for sure, and not because of the shorts, but because of the YouTube. I just love YouTube. So we have like this base. I'm not really sure if you can see it. It's just very light. And now, and again, this palette, it's very interesting because even though it looks pretty bad, I don't really use it that often. I just bought it during the quarantine. in 2000, I think 20, I think so. And just because it was in sale, I think this one was like 15 euros or like 13. Yeah, and the shades were like solid. At that time I used mostly red one, and because I saw, you know, all those glitters and everything, I was so happy that I could buy it. We can continue, and I just noticed that we don't really have orange shades. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Okay, I mean, it looks orange, so we'll put a little bit more just in case. Okay. Ah, this is horrendous. Oh my god. Okay, so it's like this. I will change the brush because this one is like done for today, and I'll be using this one. It's the same one but smaller. Also, those brushes, I had it from Shein maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, when it started, you know, becoming a thing, or like way before, and it was just way away. And we will be using this one right here. Maybe on the camera it looks reddish, but it's more like a orange, I would say. So we will be using this one, and I'll put it under my eye, and we will do the same thing on the other one, and we will do it like this, and we will do the same thing again but with the upper line as well. That looks great. Okay, so we will do the same thing on this eye as well. Okay, it looks good. I mean, I'm not really the type of person who would use orange. I just don't really know why, because orange is like very similar to, for example, red. It's a warm tone, but I don't know why I just never thought of it. Also, if you have nothing to do right now, can you tell me like what other videos you would like to see? Like, I'm doing the get ready with me, then I have some kind of like other ideas, like what I want to do. But still, if you have something else, for example, you know, suggest, I would be like very happy about it. We are doing the same thing on the previous eye as well. Ooh, I almost got it into my eye like this. I think it looks solid. I think it looks good. I think it looks good, actually. I'm not doing like anything difficult. I just don't like it, at least at this moment. But I have some other ideas which I would like to try, which I haven't tried yet. But yeah, maybe someday in the future. So again, if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. So this is the look. I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, I can put a little bit of yellow in it as well. So I'll change the brush again, and I'll be using this one, and I will put it on the upper side like this. Just somehow copy the previous line, and I'll do the same thing on the other eye, you know, just in case. Okay, that looks good. Ooh. Like this. I hope you can see the yellowness in there. I just hope so. I'll just put a little bit more, so more visible, like this. Okay. Okay. And now we will move to eyeliners. So we'll be using Essence, but I'm not really sure. I will probably do it off camera because, you know, there's like nothing to see. I will be very connected to that pencil, and I will be very focused on the moment. It won't be like any interesting, so I will get back to you when I'm done with it. So I'm doing some kind of like final touches. I just put some kind of like a small amount of brown eye pencil, and this is the result. I think it's solid. I think I'm getting better and better in like these eye pencils and eyeshadows. I hope I will be more lucky. So we're almost done. Now, I would like to add some glitters. So let's see which glitters I have. Okay, so I did some swatches. I decided that I'm gonna use this brush again, and firstly I'll be using again this palette, and I'll be using this I'm not sure, I will call it like shimmer shade, and I'll use it on my upper side of eye like this, but only where the yellow part is. And the same thing I'm gonna do on the other eye. Okay, so we are getting, I would say, solid glitters. And now for the other part, which is, you know, the bottom of my eyes, we will be using actually palette from Gabriela Salvete or Gabriela Salve. I'm not really sure. And will be, it's also another cheap makeup palette which I bought maybe like in 2017, I guess. So for now, I'll be using this one, this shade, and I will be putting it in the middle of my eye. I know I said like on the bottom, but I changed my mind, and we'll be using it in the middle, but only again on the yellow part. And of course, this is a disclaimer that something is cheap doesn't mean it's the same quality as some high quality makeup which costs way more. I just try to, you know, spread the awareness, but not all cheap makeup products are bad, or like the affordable ones. It doesn't mean they are bad or better than some other, for example, a little more expensive products. I'm just saying that they are good and I use them. That's it. And so this is the look. Now I'll do the mascara, which I use this one. It's from Essence, so it's another very affordable, very cheap compared to other mascara products from like other collections by another brand. So this one is like very affordable as well. So this is the one eye and I'll do the other one. Okay, so I did my mascara. This is how it looks. I think it's pretty good. And now we can move to lips. I use like the cheapest products on my lips when it comes to hydrating. For example, this one was in pack of like 7 different lip balms because my lips are hydrated. I'm using another, I would say, cheap product, again by Essence, and this one is Juicy Berry Tinted Lip Cheek Balm. In other words, if you put it on your lips, for example, it will change the color. So I'll just do this and just very slightly put it on my lips and it will react to my pH. I'm sorry. Like this, and you can see that my lips are a little bit reddish. You can also put it, for example, on your cheeks. I've never put it on my cheek and I'm a little bit scared of doing that, so maybe in the future, but not right now. And you can see it even on my finger here that it's changing color. And because it's in this state, I will put balm on top of it, and I'll be using Choco Balm, again by Essence. This one is, it's like shiny lip gloss and it's pretty good. It tastes so good, like chocolate. And I just put it on my lip. This is the final look. No, really, I think it looks good, especially the eyes as well. I think the foundation looks quite good. And this brings me to end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, as well as you can, for example, write a comment down below if you want to. It will help me a lot. And see you in the next video. Bye!